Welcome back to Manderscheid Media. We have a huge opportunity here to give you a video of a collection here in Saskatoon, actually at Riv's Classic Car Toy Box, located at 837B 50th Street here in Saskatoon. And we have the multicolored rainbow, we have horsepower, we have cruising, we have classic, we have antique and muscle and truck. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to take you around the collection here. It's a rolling collection, so some stuff is for sale and some stuff isn't. But at this point here, we'll take you around. We'll give you some points on what vehicles that we have here, some really cool features of some of the cars that are here, and yeah, some ultra rare things here just as well. So we'll start here with this truck. We have a 54 Ford pickup, done very nice, a custom of course, but done very nice. It was originally out of Airdrie, Alberta, wood box, just again super custom, but so clean in its finished product. Small block Chevy, automatic. This one is a 1928 Model A Roadster. We have the convertible top. Original flathead 4 in here. It has been changed over to an alternator rather than having a generator, but again, if we'll get a shot here down in there for all of us car folk, we don't have ignition wires that we traditionally used to have. We just have copper tangs from the distributor housing down to the spark plugs. Just something, you know, they're so simplistic in their form, but if you've never worked on these, and I haven't in a long time, but I used to at some point in my early part of my career, but they're so simple. But when we look at them now, they're not they're not simple, but they are. If you look at the service manual, it's not very thick. You can rebuild this whole thing in no time flat. But yeah, they're just super cool. So 1928, I mean, it's a long time ago. We had a 28 Model A sedan years back that we had worked on. My old boss's dad had one, so I'm very familiar with the sedan. This Roadster version is a little bit different, but again, just super cool. Like Henry Ford said, you can have any color you want as long as it's black. So that's why we have what we have here. I'm sure that was the sales pitch from Henry Ford. It was black or nothing for the first runs anyway in the T's, but A's, I know you could get them in different colors, but it's really nice to see this one in black because that is definitely the traditional Henry Ford insignia there. We lift up hood. Again, both sides do that. Now, I didn't even think of this here, but Rick here, we had to move the rad cap off so we didn't clip it with the hood. But yeah, not very fast, but super stylish. And you know, this one is in a very original form, which in so many of these been hot rodded, you know, over the years. 1928 was a long time ago, so to see this one in an original state is very cool. All right, so now we'll move down to the yellow Corvette 2002. So at this moment, this is Rick's personal car, American car. It's in miles per hour. Again, super clean. This one here is a 6-speed manual, obviously convertible. And yeah, now that the season, we got our first snowfall and rain here in Saskatchewan or Saskatoon, that most of these, if not all of them, are going to be fairly stationary for the next while. But like I said, it is a rolling inventory. We could probably crack the hood on this. So yeah, our basic, you know, our not basic, but our classic 5.7 liter Corvette engine. Black interior, Corvette stitching. Again, very standard stuff for the Corvette. Super fast these are too. I've driven a few of these back been a while now. But yeah, this one has, I don't know how many miles on it. I don't have the keys on it, but that's okay. This is Rick's personal ride. But anyway, this is one of his personal babies. Now this one in the back, I really I'm a Mopar guy. Anybody watches any of the Mannerscheid media videos, I like Mopar. This yellow Trans Am is not a Mopar, I realize that. But this is a very special and cool car all at the same time. So what we have here is a 2002 Collector's Edition Trans Am. One of 524 made, LS1. Now this one is only at 6,807 kilometers, which is crazy low. Again, this one contemplating, for sale at some point, of course. 6-speed manual, which is neat because it's got the convertible top. Not that common. The yellow, mid-production, I guess, would be a more common color because 2002 was the last year of the Trans Am. So they had the Indianapolis pace cars that people were ordering. You would see those more so than you ever see this. So with the Collector's Edition, we have the different decals on the hood. We have these specific decals, and then the emblem on the side of the fender, or on the door, sorry. Right here it says Collector's Edition. So like I said before, one of 524, I believe, produced in that year, again with 6,800 kilometers. This car is virtually new, which again I find very, very cool. And then it's a WS6 option. So yeah, LS1, it's got the performance suspension. Yeah, just again, super, and just mega clean. And you close the door, it's just like, it's just like new. Which again, super cool. We'll crack the hood on this one too. Let's see. So it has the full lumbar seats, the side bolsters that balloon up. Obviously it's Trans Am, it's got highway headlights. Yeah, just no kilometers on it. So LS1, just stock, and bone stock, which again, just at 6,800 kilometers, virtually untouched, which have its first oil change, I suppose. Yeah. And LS1s, obviously they've been proven time and time again. Yes, I'm a Mopar guy, but there's a lot of LS engines out there, and they've proven their durability over the time. So I mean, I'm sure this car is mega quick as well, just the same. So yeah. So now, yeah, the ram air hood, that WS6 hood, I guess we'll call it. We have the scoops in the front that drive air down into here, which then drives down into your air box. So, but yeah, it's this one. When I first seen it, I thought it was an Indianapolis pace car, but it didn't have all the wording down the door. And yeah, I have seen a couple of these. As rare as they are, we fixed one here, another one in Saskatoon. It is a convertible. It's had a little bit harder of a life, but it's the yellow automatic, not a standard, which the standard always is a little bit more fun, of course. Now beside it, we have a 2013 Jeep, which has been customized. It has 6,802 kilometers. So in this corner of the shop, we don't have more than 15,000 kilometers on a pair of vehicles, which is uncommon as well. But yeah, so 3.6 liter Pentastar in here. We wanted to get a shot of the inside. It was just, again, custom. I'll have to let you get around here. But yeah, your 2-seater, red trim. So yeah, the cab was taken care of here at some point, and I can't give you the full story because I don't know the full story, but again, it's a unique piece. I think actually the roof pops off. So it's got the roll bar and the roof comes off. It's got latches on the inside, which is what I thought. And again, doors close like new. All right, now we got to do muscle cars. We have a couple Mopars here. Now this one here is super clean. 69 GTX, 440 automatic, numbers matching car, white interior, just like the gentleman's muscle car is what they're referred to as. So yeah, blue dash, blue console, blue carpet, but white seats. It's got the upgraded Optional steering wheel, again, automatic on the floor. It's just, this one is really, really nice. We'll get the hood up, fender tag, and all that stuff shown like we normally do. This is a non-fresh air car, a non-air grabber. So on these here in the hood, we have the red inserts. If it was an air grabber, it would have a screen over top and then all the air ducting underneath that would be bolted in here. But 69, all 69 Roadrunners and GTXs have this area cut out. So if they were a fresh air option, you would just bolt it in. In 68, GTXs and Roadrunners and Belvederes, they never had that. So it's a 69 only hood if you're looking, again, for original stuff. And this one does have the original cutouts, but a non-N96 option car, but still as awesome can be. We're looking right at it. So manual brakes, 440 like I said before. Color should be B7 and B7, non-vinyl roof car. This one tier 2 actually is manual steering. So these are heavy cars, and you know, if you refer back to any of the other videos, the purple Roadrunner that I've done, that one too also was a manual steering car. They drive, once you're rolling, it's fine. But if you got to parallel park something like this, it's a bit of a chore. Yeah, so the GTX had the dual color, so the B7 on top and the black on the bottom, that's GTX only with that trim. So that's, again, kind of specific for this car. It's got the chrome tip exhaust. Just, again, just a super good example. This is a super clean car, and this is a, I'm not sure, we'll say it's definitely one of the top 3 faves of Ian here in this collection, but again, there's so much here. They're all nice. We're just really, really fortunate and grateful that Rick has gave us the opportunity that we can actually come in here and do these videos, because again, we just really appreciate, we're car guys like anything else. We just appreciate vehicles. So to get these out there in the public, I think is just awesome. So this year, 67 Malibu. It's again, it's a clean car. We'll call it a tribute, we'll say, but 454 engine in here, big block, automatic on the floor. We'll say it's a mild custom or street machine of sort, but again, go get you groceries in an extreme hurry, or very little time it'll take you. Some white interior, again, offset, super cool with the dark. Now my colors, and again, we're talking GM, but I'm going to be very honest to the public here. I definitely have a little bit of color blindness. So this to me looks like a purple, a deep blue or a deep purple, but it's not black, I'll tell you that. I know it's not black, but I do have a couple of colors that I don't see very well. So, sorry. So yeah, single 4-barrel, 454 headers. It's got for the classic, the high output HEI coil. I remember those from when I first got into the trade of being a technician. Seen lots of those. They were the high voltage, over 50,000 volts. So that's what's on the back. And the distributor, that's that funny looking thing with the fins on top. That's down memory lane for me, and all the steel braided hose. This is a memory ride for me for back when I first started in industry. But manual brakes, probably, yep, 4-wheel drums, which is what I figured. Actually, GTX is disc, which is optional in 69. So, sorry, squirrel, but I didn't look at that, so my mistake. All right, so we have, yeah, obviously this is all upgraded. Definitely, Holley carburetor, doesn't have a Q-jet, that what it would be from factory. But yeah, it's, again, it's simple, go fast, and look good doing it. 67. Then we go to the Pontiac. So the big story, or the argumentative statement is the GTO started the muscle car era. 64 GTO kind of started everything. And it absolutely might have, and this is that body style. This dark green, like, again, Mopar man that I am, I got a soft spot for this generation of GTO, for sure. So this one here actually has a 455 in it with a tri-power. So Factory would be a 389 tri-power, but being that the tri-power is still on it, again, just super cool. So Pontiac, Oldsmobile, they had the dual gate shifter, and this one actually has the dual gate shifter equipped. And again, these are things that you just don't see every day, and that's the cool part. We have in front of our faces here many changes in the automotive scene or in the muscle car scene or an engineering scene all laid out in front of us. So to have this all in one spot is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the dual gate shifter. If you've never seen one before, you just did. So we'll come around the front, and here's our massive 455 tri-power. And when you look under the hood, again, it's just engine and go fast. So power steering, power brakes, four-wheel drums, excuse me, and yeah, it's just, again, super clean car. Rick, I think at some point has driven everything in here, but not the 2002 Trans Am. That's from what I remember from our last conversation. Yeah, so again, 455 with a tri-power. I don't know, man. When you're talking Pontiac, this is like the King Kong of what takes me back to, Vin Diesel in Triple X when he's got the GTO in Europe. But I think that one's a 66. But it's still the dark color with it's just the go-fast goodies, I guess we'll call it. So now on this side, there's bright yellow Mopar here. There's a few pieces laying on the rad. Don't worry, it's in the process of getting just a quick fix here. But it's a 67 Barracuda, 383 Magnum, and it didn't start life with a 383 Magnum, but it is a 67 Barracuda. So this is when the Plymouth Barracuda was an A body. So from 1964 to 1969, the Valiant Barracuda is this version. Now there's different, obviously, generations: 64, 65. 66, 67, and then 68 and 69. So they've had their evolution, but when they hit 1970 to 74, then they changed to an E-body, which, as we get down the line, we'll get there. There's one here, but so this one's big block, automatic, yellow and black, my favorite color on any car. So it seems is definitely yellow. So the black and the yellow is definitely a huge draw. It's got rally wheels on it. Now, if you look at a 64, 65, they are the biggest. Actually, I think it's in the Guinness Book of World Records. It is the biggest back window on any production vehicle ever. This one, not so much. This one isn't, but the first generations are, and they are, again, excessively large. It's a huge back window. But anyway, in this realm here, they're super light with this big 383 Magnum will have 335 horse, depending. Well, it's got headers on it, and I don't know the inner workings of the engine, but if it was a factory one, we're in that 330, 335 horse in a pretty light car. The engine obviously adds to our weight, but I'm sure this is miles per gallon. Like all of them, I think in here are all miles per gallon, but it has a power brake kit put on it to make it obviously stop. Four-wheel drums it's not a challenge if you know if you've experienced before, but if anybody who's never experienced four-wheel drum brakes at high speeds, it's not very reliable. So this is a good upgrade. Now we have an iconic car, second generation Dodge Charger. These cars over the last handful of years has exponentially exploded for value, and the number one driving force of that is Dukes of Hazzard, the 69 Charger. So 68, 69, and 70, they all have subtle changes, but this one, this body style is definitely a huge, collector's market for this, and they just look so good. Hideaway headlights, the flip-up gas cap. So this car is a base model Charger, but optioned with a 383 4-barrel. So again, solid car. Again, looks super good. The lines on these things are just unreal. So we'll go around, we'll show you the flip-up cap. This one here is badged SE. Vinyl roof is factory. It's a V1X code. We'll get a shot. The fender tag is sitting underneath the hood. We'll get a shot of that. We have Magnum 500 retro wheels, which they suit the car very well. So this is our flip-up race gas cap. So these are Chargers So that's to, like NASCAR, the quick fill. And these things would go through lots of fuel. They still do. But anyway, so that's a quick fill cap. And then look at this back. Like all these lines of this car, just the styling back in the day. Again, this is just the part of me that just really, really likes this this era, no matter what brand you really pick. But so we have the traditional back end, but 70 again is different. So if you looked at the difference between a 69 or 70 Charger and you looked at a Charger 500, they don't have this dish in here because the air turbulence for NASCAR was so high that they had to flush mount it. But all the street driven ones, the non-Charger 500s, all have this style. So on a Charger 500, the back windows actually flush across. Or if you look at a 69 Daytona, same back window. But then this one, again, this is the traditional style. They couldn't break, I think it was 182, 183 miles an hour on the NASCAR tracks in 68 with the Charger. And this is the same roof line as a 68, 69, 70. So yeah, we'll crack the door. You got to see the inside of the inside of the tier. It's very, very unique to this car. 70, I think they call it chestnut, but we'll sort that out on the fender tag. But being I'm on this, it is just so cool. So it's not your traditional white, it's not your traditional black. Like we have on the 71 GTX that I have, we call this chestnut. 70 may call it a different word, a different color code, but it's virtually the same. So this one here, hardtop, back windows roll down. Not a power window option car, so we have this, but it does have the wood grain package on our dash assembly. It's got the console again. All this is dyed that specific color, just super cool. And then upgraded with the optional steering wheel, the upgraded optional steering wheel also. Dual mirror car. It has been upgraded to, looks like a CD player of such in there, but it's just, again, just something about a second generation Charger. Hood mounted signal lights, so when you hit the signal lights, these blink up, so obviously left signal blinks left, right signal blinks right, hopefully, if everything's good. So this is a front disc brake car, power brakes, power steering. This one has headers, but it's got the factory other setup. It does have a little bit of go fast goodies under it. It's got an Edelbrock Performer intake manifold, 2-speed wipers. That's a 2-speed wiper motor. And 1970, this one has been converted over to electronic ignition, which is never a wrong or never a bad idea. They're more reliable than points for sure. So again, aftermarket rad, which aluminum, be cool, rad. But yeah, these are this one. And then so we have hideaway headlights on all these Chargers. 1970, they're actually electric motors. The other ones, 69 for sure, is vacuum. So we have the electric motor in the middle here. And these doors flip up to expose. So here's our electric motor here. And we actually, if it's not working, you can rotate them so they stay open, obviously. And yeah, so again, just a super clean 70 Charger. I'll grab a shot of the fender tag for all the aficionado people back in YouTube land that like to look at all that. And again, that's me, of course. But we're just rolling through the cars here. Again, 837B 50th Street East here in Saskatoon. Riv's classic car, toy box, and I'm not sure if toy box. I think it's an understatement. This is for a car guy. This is like dream car garage or dream something anyway. Now we have the E-body, CUDA. So this one, when you look at the VIN number, 71 to 70 to 74, it starts with a BS, and you're not the BS that you're thinking that I'm known for. It's actually Barracuda Special, and then 23H3. So H is the 340 designation, 3 is 73. So this year what we have is a 73 344 speed pistol grip FE5 Rally Red, black vinyl roof, CUDA. So a real CUDA, not a Barracuda that's been cloned or a tribute to an actual CUDA. This is a real deal CUDA. So this is a good one. So when we're looking at this car, when you're looking at watching the video, we're looking at a couple of special features here. We have the blue block, because in 72 we switched to the blue block for the 340s. This one here, we do have power steering, power brakes. It actually has quite a few options. We look at the fender tag, it's pretty loaded actually. We have bucket seats, console automatic. It's got the trim on top of the door, dual mirrors, rally hood, and I'll lower this. This is the rally hood with the 340 CUDA callouts on it. Okay. Going, or pedestal mount spoiler, sorry. So this is the stripe package for 73, 74. This is a factory stripe from front fender to quarter panel, Magnum 500s on it, or road wheels they call them. Mickey Thompson rubber. We'll get this open. So this is a non-rally cluster car, and when you see the video here, you're going to look at the speedometer and there's no tack or anything. It's only got one big circle. That's a non-rally cluster. And again, and no wood grain in it. If it was a rally cluster, it could have both tack and a speedometer side by each, and then a wood grain paneling around the gauges just to dress it up a little bit. But again, you look at the pistol grip. It's if you've never had the opportunity to sit in one and grab that pistol grip shifter, I know there's going to be comments on this car or on the pistol grip shifter. Oh, it's not as fast as a Muncie. Oh, it's not as fast as a top loader, whatever. But nothing feels as good as a pistol grip. That's my argument. I don't race them anyway, so to me it don't matter. But nothing feels like a pistol grip. It is just a whole different thing. But again, obviously I'm pushing Mopars, of course, but pistol grip is so unique. Okay, so we have this one. This one, yeah, dual exit exhaust with the cutouts. So these cars in 70 to 74, if you had chrome tip exhaust, N42 option, in this roll pan you had cutouts. This one has the cutouts, so this is an N42, and the fender tag does show N42. This is a chrome tip car, which again, it has lots and lots of options, which definitely that is one. And again, for aesthetics, it looks super good. Personally, I like it. Whatever your flavor is, that's great. But this one is a special car. Nothing, CUDAs are slick. Now, we're going to do this one, then we'll move to the truck behind me. This one here, I can't wait to hear it run. Very, very soon, this is going to be lit up, and we're going to have some ear candy. So this is a 71 Duster. Now, this one started out life as a 6-cylinder car, which is, you look from the cowling back, it looks like a pretty standard Duster. And when you come here, it actually has been, retrofitted with the lift-off hood, which was never a factory thing, but it's pretty cool. And when we have this big block sitting underneath here, I can only imagine how much fun this one's going to be. So it's right now it says 426, like a super stock. So I don't know specifically yet. We're going to dig into this one. It's got a minor running scenario. So we're going to look at this one here in the next couple weeks and get this purring like a kitten. But I don't know if it purrs. I think it probably growls like a tiger or a lion. But it'll be fun no matter what. So this is the factory color. It's B2 blue, which is again, super nice light blue metallic. It's got the white vinyl roof. The color's offset so nice. Now, these are the budget cars. These are the cars you could jump into for under $3,000 in 1971. The interior, I'm not sure how to explain it. I'm just going to let you look at it. It does have racing seats and racing shifter and racing, everything racing, but this one, if you look at the inserts, and this is common. This is super common. We have the cloth inlay that's how they were made. It works. It's definitely out there. You would never get away with that on a new vehicle now, but this is what they were. And it works. So the blue interior, dark blue interior, I think it's B5 or B7 blue interior with the B2 outside. So again, offset's super good. We got weld racing wheels on it. There's the hood behind. I'll move out of the way. You can see the wheels, or the hood. So the hood is a 70-71 hood, up to 72, I believe. And so the dual scoops isn't a 71 option, but again, lots of A-bodies had these. They were a Chrysler option, I believe. Definitely you could buy over-the-counter performance Chrysler racing parts back in the day. I know we had one on our Dart Sport. We bought that one again years ago from year one. You couldn't buy it from Chrysler anymore. Anyway, I like the way it looks. I love the black on the black, the 340 wedge. That's some of the reproduction stickers actually have the red in, so I think the original ones actually are like this white, which is again super cool. Obviously, like I said, it's not a typical lift-off hood car, but at this point with a 6-cylinder Duster, you can do what you want. And this thing, I believe, will be a blast to terrorize the streets in Saskatoon. Rear defrost car actually too. So yes, we have this. So this has got the 4 corners of hood pins. So we got rear defrost, which is the vent in the back, and there's a fan underneath. So the switch is underneath the dash. You hit it on. There's a fan that blows air onto the back window. There's no grid. There's no heating element in this back window like traditional rear defrost. So this changes in, I think, 73 or 4. And again, don't hold me to it. There's going to be again comments that everybody knows everything. I don't ever pretend to know everything. I know some stuff, but I'm just happy to share it with you all. Their stripe kit on here is a 71 340 style. So yeah, we have the white dust tail stripe with the 340, and then the back tail stripe 71 72 where it goes past. If you look at a 70, it stops here. It doesn't go on the outside of the tail lights. But again, super clean, like just everything just so shiny, very, very shiny, which, yeah, anyway, awesome car. Cheater slicks on at the back. The front one's got regular radial tires, but the back has cheater slicks on. Now, the truck. This is a cool truck. This is 86 Ford F-150 short box step side. Again, super clean. You know, when I first got into trade years ago, I mean, these were calm. My buddies had them. Matthew, if you see this video, you might start to get a tear in your eye because I'm sure you and Dwayne both had similar trucks anyway. But this one's got something hiding under the hood. This one's got something hiding under the hood. If I can open it. There it is. This one's got a 429 engine in it. 4-barrel carbureted, air conditioned, but a 429. Power steering. So yeah, this one would be what we call a sleeper, I suppose. Again, I haven't heard it run, so I'm not sure if it's telling everybody I'm a 429 because it's mega loud or it's super quiet, and it's the sleeper version. But this thing is super clean. Like again, I've worked on enough of these that you see them, they're rusty and blah 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 because they've just been used. They're trucks. Well, this thing is the opposite. This is super clean, and chrome push bar added, and we have the interior is very basic. But again, we'll get a shot of this. We have the cop light, the cop spotlight, which yeah, you never know when you need that, I suppose. Power windows, power locks, the classic wood grain. Like this just, again, it's a time warp at best for me, but I'm hoping you all enjoy it just the same. This one's got the cassette player, 86 cassette player. It's a big deal. We have cassette here. We're going to show you the box. The wood in the box is pretty impressive. I think it just goes so well with the colors. It's real deep wood in here, the deep finish. Let's see what the lighting's like, but again, if you can see this in person, this is super straight, super clean. You know, again, it's got the finished off MagnaFlow exhaust. Real good. Oh, we even got the prisms. This goes back to my first boss in Saskatoon, Steve. He had these in his 1960 F100. The prisms. I had no idea what the prisms were. I guess I was too young to know then. But you go up to the back of the light or back wall, in the dark, and you put that on, you get this kind of glow, purpley blue kind of glow on the wall. It's neat. Again, for me, it's just a time warp. Now, I think we're down to the last three. 69 Monaco convertible. Big block, automatic, looks like a seafoam green to me. Sea bodies might have a different name for it. Q5 would be the code for a seafoam green. White top, white interior. Just rolled in here. We're going to do a little bit of work on it. But again, I don't know how many 69 Monaco convertibles I've ever seen. There's going to be some videos coming through on the channel. My mom has a 67 Monaco convertible, big block automatic, that will be shown. But this is quite a bit different, actually. Body lines, even the dash and radio. This is a little bit different for sure. But 19 and a half feet of cruising. Yeah, Monaco 500. That's why it's got the trim on the bottom. Sorry. Yeah, Monaco 500. Mom's is just a straight up Monaco. So there's less trim, definitely, with the 500, or with the straight Monaco. The Monaco 500 is the higher trim line. Back to yellow, my favorite color. Now this Camaro 68 SS RS, small block automatic in the yellow, hideaway headlight car. Done by Harrison Ford's son is the story attachment to this car. So if you notice during the video, you'd see this big mural in the back, which I'm sure that we already got, but we'll get another shot. So there's a local lady came here and painted this all freehand, and that's the car on the wall. This one is a very special car and one of Rick's favorites with, and this one has also air conditioning, which would be awesome. But anyway, one of his favorites, and it is a stunning example of a 68 SS RS Camaro. Super cool. So this one's got dual quads, which means 2 4-barrel carburetors. Headers, again, the engine specs, I'm not sure, but even the engine's painted yellow. So we're yellow everything, and then it's got the custom. I don't know if these are, they sure look like, oh yeah, American Racing. Willwood brakes in the front. We'll crack the door. So yeah, we got the RS SS, the hood with the inserts, the chrome inserts. Just a big nasty Chevy here. I'm sure this thing just hauls. Yellow accents in the dash. Again, just super clean. Like I know I say that word probably quite maybe even too much in the video for all of you that are watching, but it is just that. It's straight, it's shiny, it's just clean. There's no, you just look down it and you can see yourself in it. We have the spoiler in the back. Yeah, reverse 68. Yeah, it's just it's got the wheel well moldings, the rocker panel moldings, bumperettes, which again is very neat. And then yeah, the SS, the fills in the back, in that tail panel, and pull off the SS emblem, twist it, and yeah, that's your fuel fill. Very slick. And on to our last one, the Bronco. And trying to remember the year, 1987, I think it's an 87. Bronco custom, and this thing has had a pile of work done to it. The inside, I would say, I guess maybe a little bit more, original per se, but again, you say clean too many times, but it is just clean. The carpet, the seats, I mean, it's new is what it looks like as far as that goes. I love the color. It really looks similar to Sunset Orange that Chevy had for a while. It might be a custom color, but it goes good with the black wheels. It goes good with the mud flaps. When you come around and see the eye candy under the hood, this is all trick flow. This is the good stuff. I think it's supercharged. It is supercharged. I know it's supercharged. 504 horsepower is the advertised horsepower of this thing. And trick flow for many years, when we're talking small block Ford, trick flow was the brand. So 4-wheel drive, again, black accents around the lights and such. So yeah, so again, Riv's classic car toy box. 837B, 50th Street, Saskatoon. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, comment, come down and check out what's all shaking here in the toy box, and catch you next time. Thanks for watching.